Oh yeah, we've got something cool to talk about. Hey guys, Colin Elam again, aka the Musket Man, and I am back for episode 16 of Gun Table Talk. And guys, we have got something very interesting to talk about today. I have got a desk piece 15th century swivel cannon. I picked this up from a buddy of mine called Max, or y'all might know him as a Fallout prop guy. Y'all probably follow him. I was lucky enough to trade with him to obtain a swivel breech loading 50 caliber cannon, essentially. So this is something a little bit different that I haven't seen in my gun world, and I thought it was really cool. Made a deal with him, and here it is. So I just got this today, and I thought I'd do a gun table talk video over it. So without further ado, let's go over it. So anyway, guys, as you can see, I said cannon, and this is nothing massive, like a cannon with a carriage or anything like that. This is a 15th century swivel gun, 1/3 scale. It is a 50 caliber. So with it being 1/3 scale, as you can see, it's a lot smaller. If it was the full size, it would be a lot bigger bore and have a lot more power, and it would need to be very well detailed, made, and everything like that. So this thing, just from what I know about it, little brief history, this was used for like shipboarding and for maybe defending a castle or something like that back in those times. Because even back then, they still had guns. You would have probably seen matchlocks back then and cannons. Cannons were actually around for a long time before guns. Go figure. So this would have been really used as mainly, like I said, shipboarding. So you would have had this filled with a bunch of musket balls or shrapnel, and as the ships are coming trying to board you, you basically aimed it, probably had another guy to touch you off, and you basically aimed at a group of soldiers or men to just spray and pray. You just tried to hit them. So these things were quite deadly back in those days and could do a lot of damage. Now this particular model is a 50 caliber, which does match the 1/3 scale. And this is not a muzzle loader. This is not one that you load from the muzzle. As you can see, there's no ramrod, anything like that. And as you can see, it does move, hence swivel gun. So it's kind of cool, get to move it around. You could probably mount it to your shooting table or something like that. So it's pretty cool. So that's really the most history about it. I'm sure it goes into grave detail. I just don't know enough about it. But I just know what I have. Now, you may have owned one of these. I know there is a gentleman on eBay, believe it or not. I am not for sure if he is the maker, but he does sell these. So either he makes them and sells them or knows someone and he sells them for him on eBay. Believe it or not, there's actually a lot of cannons you can buy on eBay, golf ball cannons or something like this. This one's more like a paperweight, if you will. It's more of something that you see, those mini cannons that people put on their desks or whatever, but they still fire a projectile. They're still a muzzleloader or a black powder weapon. That is the same with this. So it's just a paperweight that you could shoot maybe at the office. Someone breaks in, you go, I'm ready to go. Kidding, but we have fun here. So if you want to check that out, you can check on eBay. If you are interested in something like this, I know they sell them and a variety of others as well. Now, this particular one, like I said, not a muzzle loader. So what do I mean by that? How do you load it? Well, and I'll try and get it in the camera. And again, gun is not loaded, checked, but I have to do this so I can get it in camera. So as you can see, it loads from the breech. Now to get that out, there's a little slot here. It holds it. This little piece of metal, that's what holds your breech. You simply just pull that out, and this little mug comes out the bottom, or off the top. It'll hold it, from the bottom, but you take this out, and this is how you load it. So as you can see, it looks like a giant coffee mug. So it's actually pretty neat, and it actually came with 4 of them total. So if you wanted to do, I guess, a tactical reload, you could get 4 shots off maybe in under a minute. Who knows? I might do a video over that just to see if I could do it for fun. But as you can see, big 50 caliber bore, and it's got a little touch hole. Oh, where'd it go? Right there. In the back to touch off your powder. Because like I said, this is not a flintlock. This is not a percussion gun. it's not even a matchlock. You actually have to hold the burning match cord in your offhand or a punk for a firework, or have someone else light it off while you shoot it. So it's kind of complicated, but it's based off something from that era. Would have been the pioneer age of guns of the time. So there you go, little mug, pretty simple, and I'll even just switch it out to show you. Like I said, same deal. You got your touch hole back here. Well, sorry. There we go. As you can see the light coming through. Load your powder. You can load birdshot in these. Buckshot's probably going to be too big unless you've got different sizes, but you can load birdshot in these and a 50 caliber patch ball. So to really, once it's loaded, once you've got this loaded, because it's not the gun that's loaded, it's this. So this was like early clip or mag, if you will. You know, this was it was a good idea for the time, but it was just maybe a little bit too ahead of its time before guns really got better, changed, like with the matchlocks. But during this time, you would have probably seen matchlock muskets, or I guess the punt guns that were on a staff that you would also light off, similar to this, with a burning match cord. Very inaccurate, but that's kind of where it started. Same as this. That's why you typically shot shrapnel through it, because they're not very accurate. You didn't shoot one projectile. You shot a lot of projectiles. But this doesn't really do that. Now, I would like to try a video with birdshot just to see what kind of spread or damage I could get. I don't think I could go dove hunting with this, but that may be something that, who knows, maybe want to try one day. So once you've got this loaded, all you would do is just place it simply in the back, touch hole at the top, and you slide it into the breech. Now, it is enclosed. It's kind of hard to see. I don't want to move the camera because it'll fall over. So it slips into place. It's not like it's just metal meeting metal, something like this. It's not just like that. It's got a plate over it that covers it, so when it meets the barrel, it seals it off better. So there's that. So once you get it in there, you push it up. Once it's loaded, make sure your touch hole's in the air. You take I'm not for sure what you call this entirely, your wedge. We'll just say the wedge. That makes the most sense. And he has a top, as you can see. It says top. So there is a specific way. It is at an angle. It's not like straight all the way through. And I'm assuming he did that to tighten it up for pressure and gas escaping. So you basically just slide that in, and it lines up perfectly flat with the back of this. Probably want to tap this with the hammer just a little bit, just like your wedge on your cap and ball revolver. If it gets a little loose, just kind of tap it in. Same concept. So you tap that in, and you're ready to fire. So in order to get it to fire, you would then have to prime your touch hole with a little bit of powder, whether it's Pyrex, GoX, Shoots and Swiss, any of those. It will shoot any of these from what I've been told. This is not a smokeless powder gun. Let me make that clear. If you get one of these or one of them little desk guns, same as muzzle loaders, do not use smokeless powder, period. This is only made for black powder. So anyway, once you've got that, you put a little bit of powder just to expose, or a fuse. If you've got some fuses, that will also work from like a firework, or you can buy fuses as well. That will work too. So you would do that, and you would have a burning match cord, or for this one, burning match cord or a punk for a firework. So you can either do it yourself, watch, kind of aim it, touch it off, boom. Or you could try to aim it and have your buddy or someone touch it off for you, as you can see. Now, you don't want to hover your face over this. Why is that, black powder fans? You guessed it. When that goes off, that flame's going to go up. Just like a flintlock, it goes that way out the side. Same concept. So you need to make sure your face is away from it when you fire it. So I recommend you use safety glasses, something, earplugs, all the safety precautions you need. Also, because you do have to hold it, maybe put a glove on or something, just because burning powder can go a little bit all over the place. But it doesn't require a lot of powder in this little touch hole. Like I said, if you didn't want to do that, you could just light a fuse and just hold it there, bam. You could do that as well. So that is basically how you load it and shoot it. Very simple. Because it is a breech loader, these are going to be easy to clean. You just get them in hot water, clean them out like you would your muzzle loader, versus having a long ramrod cleaning out the bore. You'll have to do that with the barrel, but since it goes all the way out the back, cleaning is much, much easier. You don't have a lock to clean. You don't have a nipple to clean out. You don't have a touch hole to clean out. Well, you do have a touch hole to clean out, but I'm meaning more as for a matchlock musket. So you don't have to do that. So that makes cleaning for this gun a little bit easier. Now, like I said, the guy, I can't remember his name, but if you're interested in one of these, look it up on eBay. Believe it or not, they sell these on eBay. You'll just have to look it up. My buddy Max, I will leave a description from him down below if you would like to get more information from me or him, because he was the previous owner. I will leave him down below if you would like to know more. So do that, Max. Thank you so much. This video couldn't have been possible without you. So he's our honorable mention today in Gun Table Talk. So as far as welds go, this was handmade. This was not made at a factory. Someone handmade this. And as an ex-welder, not bad. It's pretty good craftsmanship. I can tell there's a little bit MIG, some TIG, and some stick welds there here and there. Not bad, because it's not a whole lot of pressure buildup as it is. Now, if it was a big full-scale gun, that would have to be very, very well made, and you would probably have to have a lot more paperwork and everything to go with that. But for what this is, I'm impressed with it. Very good craftsmanship. They took time to put this together. It wasn't just slapped together with a couple of tacks. So very good. I like it. I know as me as a welder, if something did, I guess, look like I wanted to adjust it, I could just put a weld on there. So, but you'll have to know that. This was handmade. But for it being a little 50 cal, shouldn't be anything serious. Now, from what I've been told, this can hold 50 to 60 grains of black powder. Now, if you do have one of these, I recommend you do some load development with it first, just to kind of figure out what you're doing. Don't automatically try to cram 70 grains in that, because that might kick, and you're going to have to mount this to a table or something with screws or a big piece of wood, shooting table, something. If you try to shoot it just like this, not mounted, it's probably going to fly off. So don't be holding it down like this either, because look, yeah, it's just held in there. So if you hold it up, you're going to be okay. Sides, you're going to be okay, because it shouldn't bring up enough pressure to do anything serious like that. So you got to be careful. Don't be doing anything dumb with this. I say that on a lot of my black powder guns. Now, that's being said of not having fired the gun yet. So that's just getting safety protocol out of the way. So if you do get one of these or a little desk cannon, make sure you're being smart. So probably when I take this out to shoot it, I'll probably start with like 30 grains and put cream of wheat in the rest of this to fill up the chamber, patch round ball 50 caliber, pop that in there just to get a good tight seal, and then we'll go from there, because 30 grains might be plenty. Again, this is not a gun you go hunt with. It's just a novelty item. It's a fun paperweight that you can actually take out and shoot it with your friends, your family. That's what this is about. So you got to be careful. The bore size, I did get my caliber, and it is a 51 caliber bore. These breech right here, they are almost 52. So I'm guessing the reason the builder did that, because he may be a black powder aficionado, just as me and you watching. I'm guessing he did that just for pressure buildup, because it is a little small gun. He probably didn't want massive pressure building up in these guns, which is completely understandable. I get that 100%. I would probably do the same thing. I shoot .490 round balls with variety of thickness and patches. That should be plenty. So I'm actually kind of glad the bores got a little bit of play just because of that. This isn't rifled. This isn't a serious gun. It's a fun novelty item. So just be wary of that. Don't be loading stuff you shouldn't. I probably wouldn't even be loading bullets in this or anything like that. But if it's your gun, you do what you want. But one of these days when I get out there, I'm going to my gun range. I'll try and shoot this, get some videos, get some pictures, and get y'all some more information as I shoot it. Well, guys, I'm about to run out of time here. I hope you enjoyed this interesting episode over my 15th century swiveled desk cannon. As you can see, I am very happy about this. Can't wait to shoot it. I will let you guys know as soon as possible. But remember, I'm the Musket Man. Keep your powder dry. We will catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys.